So, what's going on guys? Kaids here, welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'll show you the best pro player video settings and the best pro player controller sensitivity, keybinding, everything that you need to know basically as a PS4 or Xbox1 player. Maybe you're wondering like how do pro players build so fast or how do they do things so fast? So this is video that I'll show you all the secret tips and things that maybe pro players don't tell you and that are the things that make them build so fast. But of course a lot of this is personal preference, so let's get right into it. So let's go to settings. So the first thing that we can see is the settings. The main thing is for PS4 and Xbox One players, the video settings doesn't really matter. It's more for players who play PC on their controllers. So for example, if you don't have as good PC, I would recommend to go to medium or near, but in my opinion 4 works for me. Most important thing that VSync and motion blur, both of them are off, and show FPS is on. So basically it can help and you can see what type of FPS you have, and if you sometimes lag, you can see what makes you lag to get the best performance. But having said that, let's go to the main and important thing. The main thing, if you don't know, is matchmaking region. You always want to go, for example, I live in Europe, so this is the best. The lower number that MS is, the better, so you just choose whatever works for you. Mine is Europe. Here, sensitivity X and sensitivity Q, you will not care about them because you are not on PC. The main thing is here. So the first thing is controller sensitivity X. If you're wondering what it does, it basically tells how fast you go to left to right, and controller Q tells you how fast you go up and down. So the main thing for this is, like I said, personal preference. I would recommend 0.90 for controller sensitivity X, and for controller sensitivity Q have about 0.85. The most important thing to have both of them like be equal or be like really close to equal. If you want to, of course, you can go up about like 4 to 5 or down 10 to 15. Like I said, it's personal preference, but if you want to build really fast and do a bunch of stuff like 90s, kill one guy, build, kill another guy, edit, and do those bunch of things, you really need a high sensitivity as well for accuracy. You don't want to go for too low sensitivity. So the difference between like having a high or low sensitivity is that, so low sensitivity will help you in high ranges and basically whenever you're fighting or sniping it will help you, but if you're using a shotgun or anything else, it will really damage your time and you will not be able to react as fast as possible. But like I said, you can adjust to your own needs, but this is mine, and if you're new, you should probably copy this and then adjust to your own likings. Then the next important stuff is the controller target sensitivity. Both of them are the same. That was the default one, 0.55. I would not recommend to change anything. It's the best as it is, and most 95% players use the same thing, so just keep it as it is. Then the most important thing that has been just with the brand new update is the controller building sensitivity. This is how fast you can build. So the main thing, if you want to like build really fast, build high buildings, do 90s and that type of thing, you at least want to have one. So this was basically how it was on default, but I would recommend to go at least 10 or 20 up. In my opinion, I don't like to go like really ham because then I misbuild and do just like weird stuff, but I would recommend to go for 110. So it basically isn't too extreme that you don't know how to build. You're probably used to your old sensitivity, so I would recommend to change just like 10 to 15 up, maximum 20, but not anymore because then it will be just chaos and you don't want the chaos, especially if you're so used to these things. If you're just a brand new player, you can easily experiment a bit higher, but don't go higher than 130 or 140, it's just not needed. So the next thing is HUD scaling. In my opinion, I like 0.85. I can basically see better vision. I lag a bit lesser, and in my opinion, it's just nice. But of course, if you go with the normal, that is 100 or 100, it's still good. So then the main thing, and for me, that I will show you for my controller keybinding, toggle sprint I have off, and then all the things are off till we have reset building choice, that is on, as well the aim assist. One of the most important things for controller, if you want to aim really good, if you want to lock on target and have like really good and stable aim assist, you definitely want this on. Never forget, it's really important. Then the next things are turbo building, always have on. So basically you can build really fast by just holding a button. You will not need to click and then do some stuff, but you will be able to hold the button and then build really fast. As well, auto material change. So if you go out, for example, wood, you still have a brick and you can still build with bricks. So 100% put this on. Then all the things are off till we have auto open doors. In my opinion, it will be really messy if you will need to click another button to open doors. So if there's a door, that is not really most likely, but sometimes for those 1 to 5% of the time, yes, put this thing on, it will help. Then the next thing that we have on is auto sort consumables to right. In my opinion, it's one of the best things ever. Whenever you pick a consumable, it will already go to right. So if you're used to putting all your, for example, consumables and that type of thing on controller to the right side, always click on this on. It will just help you to sort out and not waste any pressure time. And then Builder Pro, build immediately, 100% put on. It's really good. Builder Pro, one of the best things ever. Then here, don't change anything. The same thing, controller, edit whole time, 0.20. I don't know really like if you go lower what it does, but like all the players have the same this thing, so don't change anything. So here, if you are on PC and if you have this type of things, I would recommend to NVIDIA highlights put off, vibration off, record replays even off, and record large team replays off. So maybe you're asking, Kaid, why are you putting record replays off? Like, I really want to check my wins or whatever. So the thing is, if you're a really new player and if you have a really good PC or your console doesn't lag or whatever, you can put on. But for me, I want the best performance because I'm playing with controller on PC. So to have the best performance quality and have at least 10 to 15 FPS boost, you need to put record replays off. Maybe you're sometimes lagging and wondering, why am I lagging? Record replays, put them on off. They are just slowing down your PC. So the next thing is HUD scaling. Always have all these things on. A lot of players don't even know or check that there's a game and a HUD scaling. So like I said, all these things should be on. They really help and are good small things to have. So next thing here, we don't change anything. Here the sound FX volume depends on your personal preference. I have really good mixer and just headphones itself, so I have lower. I like to listen to music, then sometimes I put my game higher, but 0.40 would work for me. If you play with other PS4 or Xbox1 players in a lobby, you definitely want to put this voice chat on volume, so basically you can hear other players. Music volume, I don't really like music. And cinematic volume as well, I don't care about that. Then next thing here, we don't change anything with accessibilities. Here, not anything either. So now we have controller. Here is the main part, which consists of key binding. I would recommend, like, first of all, if you're a really new player and don't know what you're doing, I would recommend Builder Pro, which you can see on the left side. It basically programs everything that most amount of time and that 90% of the time the players and the pro players got used to. But now there's a custom option, and here are my key bindings. I have a bit different. Yes, I have changed, for example, this left trigger is edit, so it's a lot easier to edit. As well, this thing is on map. Here's crouch. Here, for example, X is jump. So basically I have this. If you want the same thing as me, just copy them. That would be really simple. So right now we are on combat controls, but here as well as building controls, edit controls, and that type of thing. I would recommend to just change whatever you want, personal preference. The main thing, combat controls, is if you're on custom, have this like me. It's one of the best and easiest things to have, especially editing, that I will show you in a second. It's really simple, easy to do, and you don't need to press, for example, previously, right now that is my reload button, which is the square thing. I previously had that on my edit and it was really hard. I always needed to put my thumb away from the pad and it's just not good. Why would you want to like remove your hands while doing stuff? So having on the left trigger as an edit, it's one of the best and easiest things. As well, the right trigger is my crouch. The same things as well go if I would have an Xbox1. Basically, it's just a bit different. Here you can see like the same thing, so just copy. You can see like here's the first bar, here's the second bar. The same thing for Xbox, first, second bar. So just put them on the Xbox the same. It doesn't really matter, PS4, Xbox1. They're just the layout is a bit different, but all the same things apply to it as well. So guys, this was basically that. I hope you found this very video informative and helpful. Let me know in comment section down below what next video you want me to make. As well, remember that I have made about and covered about 100 players, pro PS4, Xbox1 players who have done a bunch of stuff, and like I have covered their video settings, their key binding and everything else. So if you're interested in the pro player scene and what they are using for controllers, check all those videos out. They're under my channel. Appreciate you for watching. Of course, if you like this video, don't forget to click like. Of course, subscribe for more videos and to keep up to date with the best video settings and everything else. Remember, whenever new controller updates came out, I covered them as fast as possible, and I have every single day a new video for you covering a pro player, pro sensitivities for controller, for Xbox One, for PS4, for everything. So I got you covered. Don't worry. If you have any more questions or video suggestions, let me know. Thanks for watching. My name is Kaid, signing out. Have a good one. Peace.
Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'm for you, come along.